Fulton Fish Market. It's always been run by the mafia, but Chinese gangsters are trying to take over. Thousands of health workers will take part in lunchtime protests today over their 1% pay offer. They say the award's only worth a donut a day for a hospital cleaner or 2 packets of peanuts for a nurse. Brookside makers had to spend £250,000 filming 2 alternative outcomes to the body under the patio courtroom drama that sees Mandy and Beth Jordache facing a murder rap. Programme bosses won't make a decision until the day of transmission to avoid leaks to the press. The BBC's exposed a plot to fix tomorrow's Song for Europe contest. 8 acts, including Samantha Fox's band Socks, have been warned after BBC bosses uncovered a plan by record companies to rig the phone vote poll. Wales's dream of qualifying for next year's European Championship looks all but a lost cause after they crashed out 3-1 to Bulgaria in Sofia, despite a passionate and proud performance. A dubious second goal from Bulgaria left Wales appealing in vain for offside. Dean Saunders salvaged the only Welsh pride of the night. Elsewhere in the qualifying campaign, Scotland held Russia to a goalless draw to say
Oh, beauty! Oh, Peter, yes, we lost it. We were told there were dangers that Pete Smith could go down.
and he certainly has.
And he's gone.
We'll see him later on. Anyway, welcome back to the Brit Breakfast. It is Thursday, the 30th of March.
Mod Day.
It certainly is. And what a show
Look what they give me. It's not even a cod. It's a bream.
It's not a cod. It's not a cod.
It's a black bream. Goodness me.
I'm going to tell you what else we've got coming up today, because we have got a fantastic show for you. I'll be talking to the family who won 6.5 million quid in the lottery. 6.5 million quid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The lucky people, them. And Steve Davis and Ronnie O'Sullivan will be talking Temple at 8:10.
They are here in the house, and we've got Winona Ryder, Michael Douglas, and Wesley Snipes vie for the UK Movies top spot at 10 to 8. Beautiful. And it is a mod world. Here I am on, what is this?
This is a modern world.
If you don't mind. I'm a mod, but my mother won't admit it. This is a Lambretta, I think, and I'm sitting on it.
The Vespa.
It's a Vespa. It had to be one or the other. And this is it, and I'm sitting on it, and it's our mud, and we're going to be seeing all sorts of things.
Are you going to be sitting on that all day?
I reckon.
You're not going to have your little yellow chair?
No, I don't want the little yellow chair.
No, you're sick of it.
I want this. I'm never going to have the little yellow chair again. I'm mobile.
Fantastic. In 20 minutes' time, we've got our competition, Get Your Kit On, with lovely Hugh the model there, and all you basically have to... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Toby. Toby's a frustrated actor, as we can just see there. Thank you, Toby. and all you have to basically do is recognise the football kit that Hugh will be putting on one by one, piece by piece, and you could win a fantastic trip to Blackpool for 4 and get on the new, fantastic, fastest, tallest roller coaster in the world, I think it is, isn't it?
It is, it is. And if you want to play, you call this number,
891 4 7 7 4 4.
There they are on the virtual roller coaster ride there at Blackpool. Coming up, we've got some great news for slapheads.
But now,
don't mind.
Grab your helmets, because it's time to rock and ride with the one and only Biker Mice.
Vroom, vroom!
So the unsuspecting Biker Mice audition for their movie stunt riding role, involving dangerously realistic special effects. When cheesy director Jack Romano tried to blow up a building, terrorizing lieutenants and jeopardizing their lives, the mice caught wind of the disguised chief's cheddary contrivances and rode in to rescue the citizens. Will this end Limburger's directorial debut? Will it end the mice's moment in the movies? Stick around.
Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars.
Well, my dear doctor, have we crafted a suitably creative demise for those Biker Mice meddlers?
Yeah, your cream-filled centerness.
Good. Describe it to me in lurid detail.
The guy's trailer should be here somewhere.
And then the mice parachute from 10,000 feet through a hail of enemy fire.
Has potential, I like it.
And if they survive that, they'll still have to deal with Rod Van Ham.
Better warn him.
The mice against Rod Van Ham? How could that puff-muscled poseur be the slightest threat?
Because this is the new improved Rod Van Ham. A diode here, a control circuit there. And at last, a real action hero.
Now these are what I call action accessories fitting for a hero. I told you I would be slack. Black.
Oh, I thought you said he'd be perfect.
Blast it, I'm a scientist, not a miracle worker.
Stand aside. My fans wait.
Oh, deliciously delectable, Doctor. Now, destructively demolish downtown whilst I downsize the stunt mice department.
Hey, guys, open up. It's me, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie! Check it out, babe. We're stars now! How about making a scene?
Forget it, Vinny. I dated a movie star once. He was an egotistical jerk.
Well, I bet you wasn't anyone awesome enough to have worked with Rod Van Ham.
He was Rod Van Ham.
You dated Rod Van Ham? He's a legend.
Yeah, in his own mind. Kind of like somebody else I know.
Well, surely you don't mean moi.
And that lumpy lungfish Limburger's gonna sick 'em on you guys.
Van Ham's coming after us? Yo!
Don't worry, Rod's all show and no go. He got voted most likely to wimp out in high school. But that director is Limburger in disguise. I know it.
The stunts are a trap. Hey, don't sweat it, sweetheart. We know.
So you're not gonna jump?
Yeah, we gotta jump, Charlie girl.
Yeah, as soon as we do a stunt, Limburger's gotta pay us. Then we can pay you.
Guys, you're worth more to me than a whole garage. Don't do this on my account.
Hey, we pay our debts, Charlie girl. Come on, let's do it.
I hate it when they act like
Yeah, first recorded planetfall without a spaceship. This'll get a record for sure.
Let's rock and ride. Ripcords.
Seems about right. Oh yes, well, welcome back, and there he is, a little baby mod from Marsden. He's been so many things, this little baby, little E17 baby, little biker mice from Marsden. Now he's a little mod, little Paul Weller. It's like little Paul Weller Jr.
This is a mod mode.
Bye, baby! Now, as you may have heard earlier this week, this product here, Marmite, has been used by some gentlemen in this country, not only just to eat, but to slap on their heads. Yeah, no, true. No, I'm sorry. This is no urban myth. There have been blokes around this country whacking this on their heads and reckon that it restores their hair.
No.
Now, in true Big Breakfast fashion, when we hear something like that, we go, beauty, get us a ball bloke, get us a ball bloke, get us a Marmite.
Hey, and guess what?
And Captain
Ball
Rod.
bloke.
Please, Captain, come and sit on there. This is actually our captain, the captain of transport. He makes us all move around. And Rod is, he hasn't agreed to do this at all.
Come down for a toast.
Come down for a bit of, that's it, come down for a bit of toast. Come down for some Marmite, we said, Rod. And we're going to try this, Rod. Now, that's not a bald wig, is it? That's actually your that's your real head.
Yeah.
Now, what we decided, Danny, if you could pass up, because not only do we have Marmite, but we have Vegemite. Now, this is the Aussie equivalent to Marmite, only it's, so what we're going to do is actually, Rod, if you don't mind, we're going to try a little half and half test. So we just stick the Marmite there, Rod.
And as
just
you
goes
can see,
there.
we've coated half of that head with Marmite.
Yeah, oh, it's happening, mate, it's happening. Oh, you can feel it, it's fuzzy. So there's the Marmite, and I'll use the right hand now, because it's very scientific, to put the Vegemite on this side, Rod. And we'll come back to it. It's a good tan, if nothing else, Rod. And there we go.
Great fake tan, Rod.
They're claiming there's actually the veggie extracts in all of these, a little finger bowl to wash my fingerettes. And there you go, Rod. We'll come back and have a look at you later on.
Okay.
To see.
I've got to stay like this.
I'll tell you what, there's something here. I reckon. Oh, stuck.
Mind me, boss.
There you go, Rod. Oh, my mate, Captain Rod.
My mate, Marmite.
My mate. There it is. Hairmite. Grow. Like a billiard ball. Steve Davis. No. Steve's over there thinking, look out. That ball's huge. What are we going to go to now?
Time at 7:13. It's time to meet the students.
On your
Hi,
we're final year students from Muldooney.
We also had a 9-year-old boy called Kieran upstairs who was doing the test as well.
Kieran got 64%.
Wow!
12%.
You're going to take part in a tandem skydive from 10,000 foot. And, parachute. What colour would you like to have if you could go in?
I'd love to go blue.
Let's see, Martin.
Look at this.
Hey.
Yes, here I am with the students of the week from Hull, and as you saw on the video piece there yesterday, Martin had his hair dyed blue.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I loved it. I got loads of stairs when we were going around London.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Is this sort of new part of this new mod fashion that's happening?
Perhaps, you never know.
Perhaps. You could start off a new trend.
Yeah.
How's that?
Martin wear.
But you know what it is today? It is Thursday, so that means it's time to dish the dirt. Fantastic. So today Martin's going to be our dirt disher. So I think let's start off with Chris actually.
Right. The first week of university, on the like maths open, like cheese and drinks do.
Yeah.
He actually couldn't find the toilets in the maths building, and when he couldn't find the toilets and eventually found them, he couldn't find his fly after that, and wet himself.
Oh, you wet yourself? Oh my God, we won't even get into that one. How about Rachel?
Oh, Rachel, there's not very much dirt 'cause she's too clean. She gets up at 6:30 to dust the house even. Like, even after we've been for a night out.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
I've got a hangover. I've got like getting a cleaning habit.
Are you fanatic?
No.
Does she like
Yeah,
go,
she is.
like if you have something to eat in the house, she'll go up and quickly wash the bowl up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite good to live with someone like that, I think.
She was getting us all to clean before the cleaners came.
Strange.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's go on to Carl.
Oh dear, Carl stole his best friend's girlfriend.
Oh, you rotten thing, you. What happened? Tell us.
Well, that's exactly what I did.
Well, I mean, she obviously wasn't that into your friend at the time, really, was she?
No.
Are you still with her?
No.
So it wasn't even worth it. How long did you end up going out with her for?
About 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
3 months, yeah.
So was she worth it?
Yeah.
And do you still speak to your friend?
Yeah. Good mate still, yeah.
If that happened to a girl, you wouldn't ever talk to that girl again. I mean, you really wouldn't. Would you? No. I mean, if Lindsay stole your boyfriend, you wouldn't be happy, would you? You wouldn't be talking to her now. She'd be dead, exactly. Anyway, last but not least, let's talk about Lindsay.
Oh.
On Lindsay. Yeah,
Do you want the whole story?
yes.
Right. She was in her room, and she had a man in there, getting up to, getting up to some snogging or whatever.
Yeah.
And she went out of her room into someone else's room, and then she was snogging someone else in their room, and then she came out of this other room, and straight outside the door she snogged someone else.
Abigail, shake my hand, Lindsay. And what's the definition of that? She likes her men.
She likes.
Or was that just a one-off occasion?
Oh no, she got off with 7 men one night.
7 men?
In one night, yeah.
How's that?
Well, it was a bet. They bet me to do it.
They bet you to do it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it should be you can be quiet, Toby. Anyway, coming up at 7:30, we look at the 3-hour movie that took 7 years to make. And we also check about, Spike Lee talks about his new film, Crooklyn. But now the question about the clip is, how does Budgie get Pippa the aeroplane out of the sand? But remember, guys, don't phone.
It's just for fun.
Ah, the tide.
Oh no!
My wheel's stuck. The sand's gone all soggy. I can't move.
Come here, I want to let you into a little secret. Claret's Mini Mints with Actisol. What is Actisol?
Claret's with Actisol for long-lasting mouth freshness.
Spin Fighters! Spin Fighters! Fastest spinning action you'll ever see. Crank them up and launch them into battle. So much action, your head'll spin. Spin Fighters! Pit the mighty Power Rangers against Rita Repulsa and her evil space aliens in a fight to the finish. Collect them, trade them. You can even wear them. Spin Fighters from Bandai.
it going, Budgie? Yes?
Yeah, great.
Go on, Budgie.
It's working. He's doing it.
I say, what's brown and sticky? A stick.
Oh, there you
Welcome
go.
back to the Big Reps. I'm Danny Bay. He's Mark Little. The question about the clip is, how did Budgie get Pippa the aeroplane out of the sand? And the answer was, he towed her with a cable. There you, obviously. And that was a clip from Budgie, the little helicopter, which is out on video, priced $9.99.
And coming up, if you hadn't noticed, it is in fact a mod day on the Big Brekkie. We've got mod fashion, we've got everything.
This is a modern world.
I'm afraid so. Because we're going potty with Parkers as we check out mod fashion at 7:45. And next, Rachel from the Students of the Week. After the news, hopefully, because Pete Smith is on an edge today out there at ITN. They're having trouble with their power. But we're going across now. They're not ready. They're not ready to take it off the monitor. There's panic. There is absolute panic because there is power cuts there at ITN. We're going to have...
This is a modern world.
It is a modern world, that's right. We are on the superhighway. These poor people in my head have gone mad. I'm going to go to the hall. We're not going to get any news today, so we're going through here. So here we go. I'm going to talk to Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Morning.
How are you going? And good morning. Oh, what's your name?
Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Good morning. You actually said, hang in there, Pete Smith. You actually said this week that you'd like to jump out of an aircraft.
Yes, I did.
And did you?
I did, yeah. 13,000 feet in the air.
13,000 feet? Mm-hmm. Were you by yourself, or was it a tandem jump?
I was a tandem jumper.
With Debbie?
No, I did with Max, my instructor.
With Max. We've actually got some footage.
Oh.
So let's go and have a look at what Rachel was actually doing yesterday. Go for it. Here we go. Oh, what's that? A little cone head hat on. So what are you doing there? Okay, there's
we're
the
just getting into the plane here.
Yep.
We're all sat in the plane. It's very cosy in there.
Right.
I'm just checking over things.
A little pork sausage hat.
Yeah, into the plane, 13,000 feet up.
30. Was it scary?
No, it was brilliant.
Yeah, no, you don't look very scared. Oh. Now, there you go. What are you feeling now?
Just complete rush. You end up going about 120, 130 miles an hour, I think we went.
Yeah, and she was screaming her head off
Were you
the
really?
whole way.
What's that little parachute doing? Is it just
That's
slowing
the drogue
people
parachute that actually slows it down. It's also a device for deployment.
Who's that? What are they doing?
Kevin, and that's me coming in.
Right.
And we came in and gave her some kisses. in fact, she got lots of kisses yesterday.
Now, what's that like? What's that? I've always wondered what that sensation is like when the parachute...
It's like a trapdoor effect when you just fall, like you're falling through a trapdoor. You just sort of seem to fall, and then you pulled up. Yeah.
And here you come. Now the landing.
Screaming again. Screaming again.
And what's your legs?
Oh, I fell over here.
Oh, ow.
We landed on a big soft cushion, mate.
Now, from 13,000 feet, you landed on that soft cushion.
Yeah.
It just looks like about this big from up there.
Unfortunately, there was a lot of water on it, so it was like a splashdown when we all landed.
Brilliant. And there you are, there, the exhilaration.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
More kissing.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, lots of kissing.
She was kissed, right?
I did very well yesterday.
Friendly mob out there.
She did really well. Apart from being a bit queasy at 8,000 feet.
Oh, yes. Taking a bit travel sick up there.
Beautiful. So what was it? Was that an evening jump?
Yeah, it was about 7 o'clock we
7
jumped.
o'clock last night.
Glorious.
Gorgeous.
Glorious, because it was a nice fine day yesterday,
It was
wasn't it?
beautiful.
Good work, Rachel. And you reckon you'll do it again? You reckon you might try and pursue?
Yeah, I'm going to do my AFF, which is accelerated free
Say
fall.
it again?
AFF. With
What's AFF?
Accelerated free fall.
After a final, she's coming along skydiving with us down at Peterborough. That's really great.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, well, let's say thank you
did
to
really
everyone.
well.
It was brilliant.
Great stuff. And you'd recommend that?
Yes, I would, yes.
And
As a
for you
rush.
too.
Great.
Yeah.
And we actually have a small
Yeah,
gift.
present from us.
Oh, thank
and
you
we've
very
got
much.
certificates and some pictures to give to you as well after the show.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Excellent.
brilliant.
You did a
Great
good job.
stuff, Rachel.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good meeting you, Deb.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice little footage too. Who shot that? Who was up there?
A guy called Charles Ross did the filming for us.
Oh, jeez. Brilliant cameraman we've got. Okay, well, Danny Bear is upstairs in Zig and Zag's box room because he loves them. So let's go up and see what they're doing. On you, Rachel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The crunch.
The delectable Danny Bear. Danny, great to come up.
Looking good.
I know you've been here all week, but I thought you should come up here and see us in our mod.
Danny, me, close up. Well, see, the thing is, guys, right? You know, with this "What's up your job, Bob"?
Yeah, what's
right?
your job, Bob?
What's your job, Bob thing,
What's
right?
up your Bob job, Bob? What's up your jobby, Bob job, Bob job?
The scores are like not too good, right? 12-8, the researchers, guys. You can't let them beat you on this.
I know,
So
the researchers.
Come here a second, right? A bit of a tip-off, okay? Downstairs today, okay? She looks like a bit like a female astronaut. So there's something, but
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
You just gotta walk like this across the floor. Okay, well, the researchers on here, so they won't know, and we'll just casually drop it in.
Okay, you tell us what's coming up.
Oh, yeah, well, first of all, after the break, we've got Get Your Kit On. That, you know, the quiz game.
Well, of course,
and then we're going to have
Toby's
What's Your
feet
Job,
and
Bob with
deodorant.
us. But first, we have to go into the ad break with
Show
this.
your feet, Toby.
Who's behind the beard? But remember, don't phone. It's just for fun. Thanks, Danny. Shh.
No driving on the sidewalk!
Sully, you're on the sidewalk!
Up yours, Raymer.
Sunrise cereal milk. The final clue is Nesquik cereal.
Now we can't have breakfast.
No, wait.
There it is.
Ah,
Nesquik cereal.
delicious Nesquik chocolate taste. From the first bite to the last drop.
It's got to be Nesquik cereal.
It's delicious.
Captain Mikos Theodopoulos, inventor of the Terry's Chocolate Orange Bar.
Get on. I'm starving. Oh, so am I. What's the thing, Mum?
There you go, Puppet.
Oh, Puppet. That's all right. My mum calls me Sweet Pea. What does your mum call you then? Come on, tell us. What does your mum call you? No, tell us. Mummy's Special Soldier. Mummy's Special Soldier.
Kids will do anything for a Dairy sandwich.
No driving on the sidewalk!
Sully, you're on the sidewalk!
Up yours, Raymer.
Yes, welcome back. I'm Danny Bear. You're watching The Big Breakfast on Channel 4. The question about the clip was, who was behind the beard? And the answer was, of course, the none other legendary, gorgeous Paul Newman. And that was a clip from Nobody's Fool, starring Paul Newman, and is out on general release from now.
And if you don't mind, Dan, I'd just like to interrupt with the highlight of last night's England-Uruguay game. It was a kickoff.
Fantastic. Thanks for your contribution there, Mark. Thank you. Now it's time to play the football competition. Get your kit on.
Get your kit on. Get your kit on. Get your kit on. Get your kit on.
All we have to do is basically recognise the football kit, which Hugh is going to be putting on piece by piece, one by one. You could win yourself a fantastic trip to Blackpool with you and 3 other people and get a ride on the fantastic, longest, fastest roller coaster in the world, apparently. So, great prize there. All right, then, let's start away. Put the first one on, which is the away sock. Here we go. All right, pick a number, Hugh.
4.
All right, who's on line 4?
Good morning.
Who's that?
It's Gary from Boreham Wood in Hertfordshire.
Hi, Gary. Okay, we've got the away sock here, red with a black and white at the top.
Do I get a bit of a clue?
All right, then. I'm feeling generous today. Okay, the first clue is it's a very new kit.
England.
Oh, you won! You won! I love doing this, and now it's all over. And we wanted to see Hugh in his boxes for a little bit longer than 30 seconds, right, girls? You have won yourself a fantastic trip to Blackpool for 4. You happy, Gary?
I am brilliant, yeah, thanks, Danny.
No problem. Have a good time.
I will do.
Still to come, we've got Ronnie O'Sullivan and Steve Davis. They're going to be with us in the house today, and they're going to be queuing up to demonstrate the latest in ball games at 8:10. But now, it's time for Mark to go upstairs. Go upstairs, Mark.
Yeah,
go
I'll
upstairs,
go up there,
go upstairs and see Sig and Zag. Go on. Thank you.
Yes!
Hello, madam.
He's not
I
here
happen
yet.
to be the man who delivers the box of chocolates while you're in the bath.
Yes, now I wonder if I could possibly have your name and address and your occupation, please, so I could drop the box of chocolate at the nearest possible convenient location to yourself while you are there.
What do you do?
What do you do for a job? Possibly you could tell us what your job is.
What's happening? What's happening?
Blimey.
Here we are. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
They weren't actually asking you what you might do for a...
No, we weren't.
No, we blooming well weren't.
We weren't. Get lost.
It's Thursday the 30th of March. We are here and we're about to play the game. We're going to win. Vera Duckworth singing. Yep. Yeah, she loves it.
What's your job? What's your job?
Thanks, Vera.
Checks in the post.
Big Mad Mod. She was a Big Mad Mod, Vera.
She was,
She was.
Big Mad Mod.
She's a mod, she's a mod, she's a mod. And it is another
Big Mad
round
Mod.
of...
Big Mad Mod.
That's
Big
it.
Mad Modding. Big Mad Mod.
This is the show.
Yes, it is.
This is the game.
I'll
What
tell
is
you
your
what,
job, Bob?
I could
We're our
throw my
researchers.
arm over my shoulder. I'm so excited.
Don't. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, that was
Do a bit of
mutant.
damage
He's a
there.
little mutant. We're going to play the game where Tim and Andrew, the researchers, have tried to pick a different bob. They pick a different bob each week. And it's Zig and Zag's job to guess what our bob does. Today our bob is, hello, what is your name?
My name's Belinda Bob.
Hi, Belinda Bob.
Hi, Belinda Bob.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Is that your real name?
Belinda Bob.
It is today. It is on Mad
It's
Bob Day.
uncanny how we get people whose second name is Bob on this show.
Unbelievable.
And they all
You
have
just go through the
strange
phone,
jobs.
look for the bobs, and all in they come.
And they all look weird and wacky.
Thus far, Zig and Zag are 8.
Oh!
The researchers are 12. You're doing well, guys. So this could
Get
all
lost, you
happen.
researchers! Get lost!
Now the
Scoundrels!
game is very simple. It's a yes and no
Try
game.
swapping places
2
sometime.
minutes it will take, Belinda.
Yeah!
You can only answer yes or no.
Yes or no.
Yeah!
What we need to see from you is a little mime of your profession.
Okay, watch very, very closely.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Blimey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
There it is. There's the mime.
I'm glad it's you guys and not me. Now I'll tell you what, we'll be giving you the
Stop shouting at us!
what Belinda Bob actually does for you at
Now.
home that would like to play. Close your eyes now. Close them because we're going to flash up on the screen what Belinda Bob actually does and what that little mime wants to do. Close your eyes. Yes. And open them now.
Right.
Okie
That wasn't
dokie.
too long.
Righto, so yes and no questions. I have my hand on the stopwatch. Are you ready, Belinda
I'm
Bob?
ready now.
Are you ready, Zig and Zag?
Yes.
Okie dokie, let the game begin.
Have you ever been to Africa with your job?
No.
Do you work somewhere famous?
Yes.
I knew you blooming did. I blooming knew it. Do you
I'm
work
gonna
in
get
Madame
blooming did.
Tussauds? I'm gonna get this one.
Pardon?
Madame Tussauds. Do you work there?
No.
Oh, blimey, is a. Do you
Upper
work
top.
somewhere where they make films?
No.
Do you work do you have to wear a uniform?
Yes.
Oh. Is the colour of your uniform white?
Yes.
Ooh. Stan?
First time in Australia, though, isn't it?
Well, pretty close. We didn't actually get it. It was too derivative. It was too English. So we're now going to out some who were mods then. And here's our first one. Yes, he was a mod. Jonathan Aitken, Tory MP.
Wow.
Mod.
You would never have guessed.
My God, a mod.
Never have guessed.
Mike Reed, top radio DJ, mod.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Known that.
Gary Crowley, cheeky, chirpy, cockney, chappy. That's what it said. It's Roddy Stewart, Rod the mod, of course.
That's not too surprising.
No, we knew that. Nick Berry, top actor.
Yeah.
Mod.
Mod.
Oops. Wow, here we go. Carol Decker, ex-Powell, lead singer. Mod.
Mod.
George Michael. Tried to be a mod in his first band, The Executive.
Is that what his first band was called?
Apparently so. I just read the words. Jeff Betts, fashion designer. He's a mod. And the,
The words are on the back.
Of course they are,
I see.
Steve.
But you're naturally talented.
Do you think I could see through? Oh, he's just giving it all away.
Oh, Steve. Look, we made out that Mark was a very talented man. He just
I'm
got blown it all.
like 5 or 10 more game. I'm going to tell him a few secrets about that electric cue that Steve Davis has got.
Yeah. Anyway, coming up later on in the show, I'll be talking to the family that won £6.5 million in the lottery. Lucky, jammy people they are. Certainly are. But now, at the time, 7:43, it's time to ask that one question. Where are you, Keith?
Hey, all that money, what could you do with it? A very good morning to you. Yes, this morning I'm doing me tour of the valleys. Shemai, Sister Ricky Eddie, because this morning I'm in Merthyr Tydfil. Now, I know in the house this morning they've got mods, but let's be honest, I mean, who wants to be a mod going around in a jacket with a bit of fluff on the back? You want some real leathers. Yeah, and who wants to go around on a Vespa and a scooter when you can have some real bikes? Yes, they've got mods in the house, but we've got rockers on down your doorstep this morning. And today we're going to be surprising some people who certainly remember the 60s. In fact, they probably are in their 60s. They might be 70, they might even be 80. Yeah, we're going to surprise some grands round the corner. Some ladies who are going to be swapping, hey, watch it, he's rearing to go. Some ladies who are going to be swapping their Zimmer frames for proper bike frames. So join us when we'll be knocking on the doors of some people who are born to be wild. It's a down your doorstep cracker, leathers and more. We'll see you later. Back to the house.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. Yes, today is Mad Mod Day. Why? Because it's back for another revival in the 90s. And I have to say, just come here quickly, Matt. He is the mod god, girls. What do you reckon? Paul Weller, the mod god. I have to say, you want to stay around the virtual show, aren't you? Brilliant. Oh. Anyway, with me today, for all those people who fancy being a mod in the 90s, not a problem. If you don't know how to dress or what attitude to have, no worries. We've got Adam Leroy here. He is basically a fashion stylist from Jump the Gun Mod Shop in Brighton. He's here to tell you how to do it, aren't you, Adam?
Try to.
Let's start off with the 60s, where it all began. Bit of music there, fantastic. Okay, so Adam, this is how the mods of the 60s dress, right? Tell us about what they're wearing.
Italian look, quite casual, but it's definitely a continental edge to it.
Very slick, isn't it?
Very slick, a bit dandy, quite effeminate, but still a man.
Still a mod.
Still a mod.
Still a mod. Now, what was the attitude of these mods in the 60s?
I think they were quite anti kind of grown-ups, because they were very young at the time. Definitely rebellious. It was a real first youth culture that was mobile, could get around and really enjoy themselves, and like it was a mass movement. I mean,
and what sort of music were they into? Because Beatles were quite moddy, weren't they?
Well,
not really.
I've never considered it. I wasn't there in the 60s, but I think it was modern jazz influenced at the beginning, R&B, and then obviously the Who, Small Faces. Good British beat was the optimum, I think so, yeah,
of
definitely.
Course. That's British
Some
music.
Motown, of course.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Let's move on to the 70s. Well, the late 70s into the early 80s here.
Late 70s,
sort of
early
fashion they were wearing in
80s,
there?
definitely post-punk, all the stripes, the red and white shoes.
Quite Vivienne Westwood, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, she had to get her inspiration from somewhere, I suppose. But definitely post-punk, very loud, very obvious.
The shoes.
The shoes, you had to stand out in the crowd, especially with all the punks and the very loud look, so the mods just took that on.
And as you can see, more brighter colours than towards the end of the 70s.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, not always, but definitely quite one of the lads, but still a little bit dandy.
A bit different,
you know, you had to look quite hard-edged.
And what music were they listening to?
Well, there was a lot of Motown there, but also all the post-punk kind of, well, the Jam were obviously very big, but Chords, Secret Affair, Lambrettas, you can't go wrong with.
No, and we'll be seeing them later on in the show.
Great.
All right, let's move on finally to the second revival of the mods, which is in the 90s. Okay, what's the fashion like now in the 90s?
Well, loose shirts. Not quite the same thing, definitely baggier.
Let's start with the shoes, because this is what, if you want to be a mod, you wear it like this. So start with the shoes.
Well, very retro. I mean, obviously a lot of influences from 70s as well.
Right.
Not as smart, but button-down collars, Harringtons.
And is the sort of vintage Levi look, that's...
Well, trousers, people are afraid, I think, nowadays to wear things like stay pressed and smart. They don't want to look too smart.
Right.
Most of the generation now aren't used to wearing even a shirt, let alone something quite neat and tidy.
Sure.
Very laid back.
So what would you say was the essential item to have if you want to be a mod in the 90s? Just one item.
I suppose a good button-down shirt always helps. Yeah,
always
a slim fit shirt is it's the cut.
It sets the style.
Slim fit shirt and a Harrington, and you can't go wrong.
Okay, attitude. Any different to the previous era?
Yeah, definitely. Very much more kind of, I don't really care, and
not out to impress.
No, they're very hard, very kind of laid back, very indie.
And finally, music.
Music.
Obviously, Oasis.
Moloko Plus, Blur, people like that.
Right.
kind of indie-based a bit more.
Right, okay.
Not
Now,
as strong.
but Adam, I haven't got an outfit. What would you recommend?
Well, I don't think you can go wrong with a Fred Perry.
Fred Perry shirt. What do you rec, guys?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put that on in a minute, and you'll be seeing me sporting this later on in the show. But now it's time for Snack, Capital and Pop. Thanks, Adam.
Pleasure.
Snap, Capital, Pop.
Today's movie-watching Snap gets all sporty with new releases Hoop Dreams.
In Hoop Dreams, it's the hot new basketball film from the States, and I'm in possession of the hottest basketball fashion accessory. Yes, this here is Michael Jordan's vest, and it's special because it carries his new Chicago Bulls number. And the reason why he's got a new number is because when he first retired, he had the number 23, but that's gone up in the Vest Hall of Fame. And now he's sporting the number 45, and because he's decided to play again, that was the, I think, shortest baseball career ever, I think, in the name of baseball history. But there you go, Michael Jordan, we love you and we are not worthy, and we've got your new shirt.
Well, there we go, we'll all have to go out and buy your new shoes. And, okay, today is actually the anniversary of the birth of the great Vincent van Gogh.
Oh.
And here he is, Vincent, and in true Big Breakfast style, to celebrate the birth of Vincent van Gogh, we have Steve Davis and Ronnie O'Sullivan here to help us play Pin the Ear on Van Gogh. So, Steve, I'll bring Steve over here. You have your ear. It's well chalked there, Steve. You don't know where, so I'm going to turn you around, Stevie. Okay, I'm pointing you pretty well at the portrait.
So you say?
I am. I'm not going to have you on. Okay, Steve, if you would now try and pin the ear on Van Gogh.
Is this left or right?
And here he goes now, Steve Davis.
Right here, mate.
Steve, stick it on Davis, steps up and places it. He places it. He's placed it. He's not placed it. He's placed it sweetly right on the forehead. Right on the forehead, Steve. Stick it on, Davis. Here we go with Ram it on O'Sullivan. He's a bit more rougher, this lad. This young man is a natural talent. We are at the Crucible here for the Stick the Ear on Van Gogh final. And here goes Ram it on O'Sullivan. He's wayward and he's gone left. He's gone left and he's pinned the ear on there, and the ear's fallen off. There's some controversy in the crowd. The ear has fallen off of Van Gogh, so we are having to declare the winner as Steve Davis. So we have to leave you with the immortal words of the master painter Van Gogh. Sorry, mate, you'll have to speak up. I can't hear you.
Hi, we're Wet. And we're on the Big Breakfast on Channel 4.
For a real escape, what's the Big Breakfast?
Bah!
Million winners of the lottery there. That's the family. I'll be talking to them later on in the show about their lucky numbers. Oh,
Yes,
I might have to get some tips on them.
Is it lucky or is it not? You'll be
might
talking
be
about it,
set up. I will be.
It is mod day. We're going to have our old
This
Ford
is a
lot,
mod
our
mode.
mod rally happening at, we've got the Lambrettas. They're here to play some music, a yo to the Lambrettas. So to do that, thank you, Mod God. What we've got here is a book on how to dance, and we've got a few mobs here, because we'll be dancing later, so it's important. So here we will do the shake. Okay, I'll read this out to you. Follow these instructions. You must stand firmly with 1 foot forward, arms stretched out, swing from side to side. That's the arms. Nod the head. Shake the body from the hips, and occasionally jump from the left or the right. Okay, there it is. Pump up the music. Swinging from the hip, occasionally jumping from the left to the right. We'll be doing this with the Lambrettas. That's 10 to 9.
Peter Smith, yo, dude.
I can't believe it's back.
Good morning, these are the top stories on Thursday the 30th of March.
The new TV series hits the screens. It's hosted by Phil Schofield and produced by the team that brought us the Gladiators. It's called 10 Ball, and it's a new game that combines snooker and pool. So we've got here, to help us this morning, Steve Davis, we've seen him earlier, and Ronnie O'Sullivan, 2 of the 8 top snooker players taking part.
There goes my first round, and Ronnie, I think it probably favours the fast players, the more attacking players, and I probably haven't got a chance, but who knows, you never know.
And you're up against a bloke called Johnny Parrott. John Parrott.
Johnny Parrott, well known.
Johnny
Parrott.
Johnny Parrott. Cool. So, is there a favourite to look out in this series?
I think Ronnie, Jimmy White, even Tony Drago, because it's the players who can really get amongst the balls and pot them. It doesn't favour the tactical player. It favours, I think, the younger players. So Ron's in with a great chance. And what I like about Ron is, I mean, too older. I mean, this is live. He never misses, Ron. You never miss at all. It's my cue. He hasn't even brought his own cue along.
This is excellent. We're going to
that blue's been potted. That was worth 7 points because he started off with a black.
That's a pretty blue too. You've made that for
It's
television.
a very
haven't
nice
you?
blue.
Very nice blue. That's a Steve Davis blue. They're calling that.
They do, yes. It's,
Marvellous. Well, we're going to be talking more to these guys about snooker and its many intricacies later on. But let's have a super hint. Great break. How many did he score?
Super Hints, your indispensable guide to a better life.
Good morning. I'm Erica Brown. I'm a food and travel writer, which means that I actually get paid.
For the girls, it says, Mod God Paul Weller. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
a cardboard mod.
Definitely. There are loads of weird and wonderful cookery hints, actually, in the super hints for cooks there. Let's have a look at that. And that's written by Lady Wardington and features hints from the likes of Michael Aspel, Richard Bryars, Glenys Kinnock, Victoria Wood, and of course the Bob Geldof, and that's available $9.99 from all good bookshops. And all proceeds go to the Catherine House Hospice and Offices.
Marvellous. Coming up, Danny, you'll be talking to the £6 million family.
Certainly will.
That's at 8:25. Student Rachel picks her ideal man at 8:40. And at 10 to 9, we hold the first, what we are calling, the Old Ford Lock Mod Rally. Out there. But now we've got a bit of a question for you. That's it. Who is this famous son of Old Trafford? But don't phone. It's a modern world.
Call me your ghost. Call me the one you least expected to love the most.
So now,
oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Big Breakfast. I'm Danny Bay. He's Mark Little. The question about the clip was, what did the singer want everybody to do? And the answer was, call me. Not me, but him on the video. And that's a clip from Scarla Land's latest single, Call Me, which is released today.
And very soon we find the result as we search for this man.
Dun 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 dun
Dum,
dun.
dum, dum.
Hello.
But now, at the time, at 8:39, we find out from our Welsh correspondent, where are you, Keith? What are you doing?
I'm in Merthyr Tydfil, I'm laughing. Look, it's Beryl Lane. And Beryl, we're having an argument about your age, aren't you? Are you 68 or 69?
I'm 68.
68, and you've never really been on a bike, have you, like this?
No.
Hey, now you've got Rebel. Rebel in front of you. Rebel, you wanted to take somebody else, didn't you?
Well, it was there for Danny Bear, but I'm sorry, Bear's taking the biscuit, man, you know what I mean?
Okay, Beryl, you've taken your pills and everything else, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're going to... Big ride round the corner here. Now, look, you've got to give her a big wave, because she's very brave. 68 years young. It's Beryl Lane. Away you go, Beryl! Give her a big wave! Look at this! Get your motor running! And you won't believe this, she's even got a Biker Mike from Mars sticker on the back of her helmet. Back to the house.
Oh, look at that granny.
Brave? Are they brave or what?
Fantastically brave. She looks great on the back of that bike, doesn't she? Fantastic.
Won't be lying. They're in the house. Steve Davis, you've seen lots of him this morning. Ronnie O'Sullivan, they're here. We're going to get a bit more in depth.
We certainly are. And we're going mob mad.
About 8:40 I'll be doing that.
We're going mob mad with a live Lambretta rally in our garden later on. But
This is a modern world.
Thank you very much. And the time at 8:40, it's time to go over to Peter Smith with some Big Breakfast news and weather.
Top stories on Thursday, March the 30th. Japan's national police chief has been shot down outside his Tokyo home. Takaji Kunimatsu had 6 bullets removed. He's leading the subway nerve gas attack probe, but it's not known if the incidents are linked. John Major's facing mounting pressure to ditch Treasury Secretary Jonathan Aitken. Mr. Aitken denies he knew a company he was a director of broke the arms embargo on Iran. There are reports that documents which could prove the truth are being suppressed by civil servants. Mike Tyson's made his first visit to his parole officer since leaving jail. These pictures show Tyson barely visible among his entourage, including current girlfriend Monica Turner. Security guards fought hard to keep cameramen away. The arrival of spring leaves some inhabitants in Rosario, Mexico fancying a flutter. Millions of monarch butterflies are making their annual migration from the winter hideaway back to their native Canada. Now the weather, warmer with cloud and drizzle in the north, but dry and bright in the south, where there's a low chance of rain. Top temperatures 11 centigrade in the south, 12 in the north. That's the news for now. It's back to the house.
Thanks, Peter. Yes, now it's time to meet the students.
Hi, we're final year students from Hull Uni.
Yeah, I don't have a man at the moment, and I want the man.
We're going to actually have a nationwide search for your ideal man. And give us a description of the man you like.
Brad Pitt's nose, Christian Slater's hair, Luke Perry's eyebrow and forehead, Tom Cruise's eyes, Robbie Williams' smile.
So you're gonna draw a picture of us of her ideal man. Yes. So you're happy with the picture? Would you like a date with a man like this?
Definitely.
Yes, got Rachel here, one of the students of the week. As you saw there, we set a nationwide appeal for her yesterday on the show to try and find her ideal man. We've got the picture somewhere. Can someone bring the picture up for me? We've got an identikit picture of how Rachel wanted her ideal man, a bit of a Brad Pitt, a bit of a Tom Cruise, a bit of a Luke Perry, all mixed together, and we got an expert police artist to draw us the picture. Someone get that picture. It's coming up soon. Oh, there we go. We've got it. Fantastic. So we were looking for a man who looked something like that, and now we've actually got 8. We got bombarded with phone calls and faxes saying, I look like him, or my son looks like him. So what we've done is we've brought the top 8 into the show today, and you can pick which one you think is the closest contender, and we'll set you out on a date with them tomorrow. So please come in lookalike number 1. Hello, this is James Hill. He's aged 20, and he's keen on amateur dramatics. Thank you, James. Let's have a look at lookalike number 2. This is Mark Massaro. He's 19 years old, and he collects old records and clothes. Hi, Mark. Let's go to lookalike number 3. Lookalike number 3 is action man Gary Keane. He's 27 and his ambition is to jump off Angel Falls. Thank you, Gary. Lookalike number 4. This is Peter Hunt. Peter's 22. He's car mad and spends all his spare time doing up his MGB. Thank you, Peter. Lookalike number 5. He's John Smiley. He's 25 years old and he's an air traffic controller. Thank you, John. Beautiful smile there for a John Smiley. Lookalike number 6 is James Chapman. He's 20 and he's a rugger lad. What's a rugger lad, do you think?
Well, play rugby, don't you?
You play rugby. Thank you. Thank you for that. Lookalike number 7 is Nick Ward. He's 23 and he plays in a heavy rock band. Thanks very much, Nick. Looking fab. And finally, our 8th hopeful lookalike is Matthew Hicks. He's 27 and he goes snow skiing and it's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.